Okay, everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena here. Let's get started directly into here. As you can see, we're going to be starting off with a draft in Dominaria. We have actually gotten up to the 5,000 gold after that booster box of Dominaria we actually bought. So, if you've noticed, I've got some background music. Hopefully, this does not have any copyright, and I have it shuffled from YouTube itself. Hence, hopefully, this will be able to not be. I guess YouTube takes it down because of copyright issues, because there's no copyright music. Anyways, this is from the. If you want to, I'll try to put a link to the music down into the details, and it's going to be from the audio library playlist or username on YouTube. Okay. Anyways, so this is Adventures by Himitsu. That's what the song is. But anyways, let's get started here. So obviously I'm still going to try to be getting the rares and stuff that I need. So let's get started with this. So we're drafting here. I've got to pay off 5,000. Oh, first card indeed. Khan. Actually, playable in every single deck. Don't need to look at any of the other cards in there as well. Okay, so we could pick up some of these lands right here because they are actually useful in some of the decks that should be played and constructed as well. But let's look at the rest of the pack here in Dominaria. Blink of an Eye is strong. Mammoth Spider is actually fairly decent. It's basically 1 more power, 1 more toughness than the Giant Spider, and it has reach. I mean, yeah. This is an okay card in green as well. Elfheim Druid could be useful for doing some kicker spells that this has. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to not commit to any colors right now. I mean, this is sort of committing to black a little bit, but it's a land that we can use as well. Okay, so this is a bomb that we can use, just a 7/6 for 6 mana. That's great. The Shepherd as well is pretty good, being just 2 creatures, 3 power for 3 mana. That's across 2 bodies. That's not too bad. Now flashing, this is interesting here. Flashing at instant speed, but it can also save a permanent that we want to keep. So say they're about to kill our Khan, we can save it with Sentinel with Pearl Trident. So I think we might actually go for that. However, we do have Mesa Unicorn here, and that's actually pretty good. Soul Salvage is also a good card in black as well. This is a Dread card, if you pick it up if you have nothing else for that 3-drop slot. I'm going to try to go for this Sentinel of Pearl Trident, basically to reset a card if we need to. Opt is great in blue, but red is powerful. So, but black here. This is a 3/2 for 3, and it creates a 1/1 body, so that's actually not too bad as well. And then if we want to get it back with a Memorial to Folly, 3 power is nothing to joke about. And so I think we'll turn down the music off the of here. And Skizzik is also great as well. We can cast it for 5 mana pretty easily. Khan can we can switch to another color if we want to. We can pick up Adelies as well. Basically play the aggressive blue-red strategy, and then maybe we can top it on with Khan. If we can pick up any artifacts we should here as well. This can play well with artifacts too. Sacrifice an artifact or a goblin, and it deals 4 damage to a creature and the player or planeswalker. So this could be a great pick to pick up as well. I might actually take it because we can sacrifice a Khan token and throw it at someone's face, basically. And also sort of plays into historic. So do we want to go into a red-white aggressive format or a blue-red aggressive? And that's the question here. We don't need more ops, so we're basically not taking anything out of here for collection value. Adelies is aggressive, and she pays off if we go to that route. Deathbloom Ballad is great as well. Let's see how. I think the AI is actually notorious for picking up less of the blue, white, red. Sorry, blue, white, black spells. So we might be safer going with deckbuilding Ballad. But we can try to force the issue by picking up one of these three here. So let's pick up the Goblin Barrage, and hopefully there's something else, wheels that we can use. So after that red, G2 Lava Runner is great. We do want this Cabal Stronghold. I'm planning on using it for another deck as well. We can, so it looks like black is going to be more open than anything else. That is a strong white card as well though. So we could go white black if we need to. That's too good to pass up as well. Or we can get a 3/3/4 menace. That's actually interesting as well. And if we want to stay blue, we got the hexproof right here. Oh geez, lots of interesting choices. I think the white black might be the way to go. I'll go ahead and pick up the Call Cavalry and go from there. However, we cannot pick up the call the Cavalry with the Soul Salvage. So if we can, unfortunately, we don't have that other creature from M19. It's 4-drop, it's 2/2. It makes 2/2 vigilance entering the battlefield. Okay, so we can go sort of Spiraling Constructs right here. This is actually pretty decent to do some combat tricking with it. I might pick it up since we're not really committed to another color right now. Damping Sphere, that's not that great. Invocative Divine might be nice as well, actually. I think let's start trying to get those white cards and go into black as well. Ooh, this is interesting. I might like that. Deals 2 damage to you. Let's go with the Demonic Vigors. Because we have Khan, we can get through most of our cards as well. Partic Wanderer is actually an okay card to pick up as well. I mean, 6-drop, 5/5 trample, that's not too bad. And if you can play it in any coloured deck. We're not too committed to anything right now as well, so might not excited about any of these, but this can sort of go with our theme as well. Drudge Sentinel is actually not too bad. Be able to give it indestructible is great. Rat Colony. Just for the heck of it. Okay, waiting for server seismic shift. Okay, right to Bells and Lock. We're in black sort of already, so we can actually play this. It shouldn't be too bad. Anything else we can, if we want to go into green, Spore Crown Thalon might be a way to go. Otherwise, Vicious Offering is great, but getting a 6/6 Flying Trample is actually pretty strong. Ooh, Wrath Compassion. Getting a Flash Instant Speed trick right here, it's good. Voltaic Servant's not too bad as well. But this, whenever we cast a historic spell, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 historic spells right now. Sergeant at Arms is actually not too bad as well. Ooh. Daring Archaeologist. Whenever it casts, we can turn target artifact from graveyard to hand. So you've got some choices right here. This doesn't count as an extort spell, but if this wheels, we can do lots of things as well. But this is a 3/3 flyers, so I think I like this. We might need that 1 mana artifact as well that gets to mana fixes. These are 3 great choices in our colors. Do we want to sort of commit some to blue? That's the question here. If not, we can just move this to the sideboard. Let's change the deck layout. Turn on the sideboard. I think we're pretty much out of red. I mean, we can still pick up blue stuff as well. I think Voltaic Servant is not too bad of a choice. However, we do not have lots of payoffs with this, not until we get the Khan out. And that's not guaranteed each turn, but we can feed it. and there's not many ways of killing the planeswalkers without flyers. But we do need. I would rather have a flyer out on the battlefield as well. So let's get the Wrath Compassion. Mirari's Conjecture. I do want that. Let's see. Sorcery. That's instant. We may have to pick up some more spells. Oh, let's just take Joda because of value. We may need it at some point later in the future. Joda's going into there. Luring of Phantom. This is great now. This is a 5/4. It's basically a recurable threat. I do like it. Power Stone Shard. That's not too bad. That ramps up into our other things. I'm not sure about that. Perhaps we just play this Hominid Explorer, just have another creature. Oh, sorcery. This is good. Mirari's Conjecture into more Cavalries. That's not too bad actually. And if we're going to try to go wide a bit, I think the charge might be great. Because we can play the Inspiring Construct turn 2, we could play one of these two and then let this die. Something of that sort. This is a combat trick. This is a pretty decent combat trick as well. +2/+1. It kills a lot of things. And if it's legendary, such as Wrath Compassion, gains lifelink as well. No other creatures we have are legendary, so I don't think. I'm not really sure. Charges, it's okay. Buffing up our team. This is, but we do want some historic spells, correct or no? No, there's not really much going on right here. We do have this as a historic spell. Oh, that synergizes with historic stuff. But I don't want to just pick up a Power Stone Shard. However, I think that might be the only option. Single plate is not too bad, but I don't really want to play it. Let's see. Charge might be actually something I'll pick up. Let's put the sideboard for now. Okay, Final Parting. Not really a fan of it. A 3/5 Elevate for this is alright. Actually, another Partick Wanderer and Wine. I think I'll just pick up this. We kind of do want creatures earlier in the game. This can help us cast our Call the Cavalry a turn earlier. This can decrease our Invoke to Divine as well. We have the Sentinel of the Pearl Trident, we have the Wrath Compassion, we have these 4 cards, and we have the right Bells Unlock. So I don't think we need to be picked up in one of these. Otherwise, I think actually Divest. I'm going to pick up the Divest. Being able to take out a creature that we don't want to deal with is good. Guardians and Koilos is actually not too bad. Soul Salvage, not too bad as well. Zephyrin Void, Scrying might be helpful to us. You may return another historic permanent onto the battlefield. Copying the Mirari's Conjecture as well, that's good. Let's see, return lots of copying the charge twice. That's not too bad, is it? Let's see, Seismic Shift, destroy target land for 4 mana to 2 target creatures can't block this turn. I think we'll take the Zephyrin Void. Okay, let's do that. Let's put that right here. Return target enchantment to the battlefield. Okay, so looks like these colors were open as well. I mean, red could be something that we were interested in, but I'm not sure why I want to do that. I do like this enchantment right here. I'll just put it in the sideboard just in case if we need it. Okay, that's good. That's something I want to see. Definitely good. Yes, Navigator's Compass. Another great card. Okay, so I mean, let's just take another Arcane Fight, I suppose. Actually, Skirk's Prospector, because I don't think we've opened enough Skirk prospectors, and we may want to play goblins in the future at some point. I don't need Arcane Flight for this. Actually, I'll just go with the draft. Arcane Flight might be great. I do not want to deal with Run Amok, but that's not actually. I'll play it right here. Okay, so that's not too bad. We got a creature here. Mara the Nurturer. Could have that for a rare draft, but I'm not really sure I want Marin. If there's any other creatures, okay. Sacrifice a creature, we can draw a card with this. That's just not too bad. Lots of things are in our 4-drop slots, so that might be a problem. Spawn constructs I feel are undervalued. Another Dredge Sentinel is not too bad. Sarah's Disciple, some more white creatures early on to trigger things. How much do I value this Marwyn? Basically, that's the question. Hoi, 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 hoi. Bouncing a creature, that's not too bad. Even if this, let's see, we have 0 other wizards. We have 1 wizard right here. So I mean, this is going to be a 5-mana bounce spell. I think this can actually help us win the game, so I'll pick up that instead of the Marwyn. Another Joda as well. Eldest Reborn is great. Great in this, just great in general. Zahi, the Djinn of the Lamp, that's great. We can cast it fairly early on as well. Khan's Temporal Sundering. Okay, so we're just going to try to go big. Let's try to stall the game out, and we can recur this as well. Oh geez, Fungal Infection is actually worth it. Just to be able to kill a creature early on and get a 1/1 out of it as well. Tetsuko, it's not too bad. So salvage. This is not too bad. A 1/3 blocker as well, and that's going to be crucial to getting things out. However, we do have a lot of 1-powered and 1-tapped creatures. Perhaps this could be a good thing after all. But I think I want to get the option of kicking it. Is better than just making those creatures unblockable. Perhaps. And with this we can actually splash other colours if we need to. So let's just pick up the Calico Skin Witch, Rat Colony. Okay, this is not too bad. Be able to sacrifice one of the creatures that's going to die and then popping it up. Let's see what else. This is not too bad as well. If we can pick some more artifacts in the rest of this pack. Rat Colony. A deck can have any number of cards in Rat Colony. Can they? We can just speak down with the Rat Colony. If anything else. Or we can sacrifice another creature. I think our top end's pretty good. Being unblockable is actually really nice. So I'll go ahead and take that instead. The Rat Colony, another Lingering Phantasm. I think we don't need any more higher drops. So I'll go ahead and grab this Spine Construct. A Dredge Sentinel is not too bad. If only we picked up that Hexproof 4/5 Turtle in that first pack, which would have been great. This is not too bad, but I think that I can keep it alive around for a bit. And especially if we can give it, I'll just go ahead and get this because it's a cheap way to trigger our historic stuff. And this here can go against. There's only one thing that goes against to give it lifelink. So I'll just go ahead and get the Cabal Evangel. Arcane Flight might actually look nice right here, just giving our smaller creatures flying to get over if they're not too strong enough to block. I think I'll get another artifact though, just because of Zahid and stuff like that. Flyer, we can go with a bit of a flying route. I do like cavalry. We've fallen into the blue-black area, but I think these two are worth it for those colors. So right here, do we want the vest or do you want Artificer's Assistance? Do we want another? The charge is actually really nice to have because we're going to have a lot of one toughness creatures, and Arcane Flight might actually be worth something, but worth doing. So I'll go ahead and get the Arcane Artificer's Assistance. Slim Voda. This is great actually. Getting back Eldest Reborn and Mirai's Conjecture. It's actually not too bad. Do we want to though? Otherwise, Slim Voda is also. I'll get this, and Arcane Flight as well. So I guess we're going to do that. I hope this is all recording. Let's just double check. Yeah, it is recording. Let's see. Anyways, let's build the deck now. So we've got about 48 cards. We want to keep the 17 lands because we need the lands to get to ramp up things. This only fixes mana. It does gain us a couple of bit of life. I don't like the Rat Colony. We just pick that up because that was nothing else. I think I like this. Not too bad. And this enchantment. Okay, so yeah, this Tragic Poet does have plenty of targets for us. The vest is going to be great in the later games. So basically, what do we want to hedge against? This is going to be best of one, and I don't think Mirai's Conjecture may be particularly good for us right here, because we have one sorcery called Cavalry. Actually, we have Khan's Temperate Sundering as well. That do we want to try it? Do we want to get a so we can get an instant back? But we don't really have any instants we want. So Fungal Infection might be one, but nothing else. Perhaps this is not too good to have. Unwind is a great sideboard card, but we don't care about that. Okay, so we're playing best of one. Cabal Stronghold is not going to be great here as well. We don't have as many swaps. Memoir to Folly is going to be good to get back one of our creatures. Hominid Explorers, it's a fine 3/3 body that we will need. Eldest Reborn is great, getting the best creature they have. Especially, let's put in the vest, and then we can get more value of the Eldest Reborn. We can take a creature out of their hand, and then we can cast Eldest Reborn late game, and then get that creature out of their graveyard. I do suspect that there's going to be artifacts or enchantments in being main. I don't think we'll get too much value out of that, and this is another way to get this. If this is not doing much late game, we can sacrifice it, buff up one of my creatures, and draw a card out of it. Let's not play this Evangel right here. So we have 18 creatures currently. I think all of these creatures are necessary. Maybe not this, but this is not necessary. So Fungal Infection is great. We do need the Navigator's Compass. So I'm going to cut this one plains. Actually, let's not. We'll keep the plains. However, so let's see. Are we trying to go over the heads? What are we trying to do? Let's just not do that. Demonic Figure can come out. Four cards to cut. 4 cards to cut. Dredge Sentinel. Are you worth it in the 3-drop slot? That's the real question right here. If this was a divination, we would love it. Is this too much? Is this too much? That's the real question. 44 cards. Do we need the part one? Do we need that? This is great. Taking an extra turn, we have 1, 2, 3 creatures. to activate Khan's Temporal Sundering. Perhaps this may not be great after all. Maybe we'll need to cut him. Taking an extra turn is actually powerful, especially with Khan out. Being able to create 2 Khans. Oh, jeez. Let's cut that right here. The Green Phantom is great because it dies, it kills most things, and it can come back. Because we have plenty of cheap spells, so maybe the Particle Wanderer might not be so... It is. This can save our creatures. Maybe Dredge Sentinel is something we have to cut since we have we have plenty of 1-drops, so I'll cut that. Let's see here. Perhaps 2 cards we have to cut. Perhaps we might have to cut these 2. Khan's Temporal Sundering. I'm not sure how often I'll get to actually play this because this requires you can only cast a legendary sorcery if you control a legendary creature or planeswalker, and that's only 3 things. So I might have to just cut the Khan's Temporal Sundering, even though bouncing something and taking an extra turn is really powerful. Now the other question is, do we want to play... Zahid is great, just a flyer that just overshoots everything. Okay, so that's white. So we have 4 white cards, so that's not too bad. Zalfrin Void is a colorless card. However, we do have a Navigator's Compass, and I'm not really... I think this is good. I want to keep all of these pieces right here. So, and if anything, if we need to get 4 life, and at a moment's notice, we can target our own artifacts with Invoke the Divine. I don't want to go... I want to get to 40 cards, but I don't see anything else we can cut to keep this going. We need the Fungal Infection early on. Perhaps get a combat trick out of something as well. Let's just keep this.